Hey guys, Nicholas Lott here from Skydive Spaceland Houston. I'm here to help you learn about landing patterns. We're going to start by looking at an aerial photo of the drop zone. Here's the perimeter of the general landing area where we're expecting you guys to land. Once you've recognized your landing area, the next step is having a target in mind. Having a target is the only realistic way to measure your accuracy, and by picking a target, it makes building your landing pattern around that point much easier. Keep in mind that different wind conditions may require you to adjust your target to stay away from obstacles and other canopy traffic. And remember that we always want to land safe over landing close. Now that we've got our target in mind, we need to know what the winds are doing. At all Skydive Spaceland locations, we use an arrow, also known as a landing direction indicator, to determine our landing direction and pattern. The arrow shows us a few things. The easiest point to understand is that we're going to land our parachute traveling in the same direction that the arrow is pointing. Put simply, we're going to follow the arrow for landing. This brings us to the second thing the arrow is showing us. The arrow points to where the wind is coming from. This is a perfect time to talk about the words upwind and downwind. From the perspective of our target, upwind is the direction that the wind is coming from, and downwind is the direction that the wind is traveling to. This means that the arrow is always pointing upwind and showing us where the wind is coming from. The third thing the arrow is trying to tell us is where our holding area is relative to our target. In a nutshell, it's saying, hey silly skydiver, if you want to land on this spot, you need to stay on that side of it. Your holding area is just that. It's an area on the upwind side of your target. The higher you are, the larger your holding area gets, and as you get lower, your holding area gets smaller, with the goal of funneling you to the entry point of your pattern at 900 feet. At 900 feet, we'll start the downwind leg of our landing pattern. Flying downwind means that we're moving faster over the ground because we're traveling the same direction that the wind is moving, and the wind speeds us up. At Skydive Spaceland and at many other drop zones, we fly a left-hand pattern. That means at 600 feet, we'll make a left turn onto our base leg, and we're now flying across the direction of the wind. When we reach 300 feet, we'll make our last turn onto our final leg as we line up with the direction of the arrow. We are now flying into the wind, which slows down our forward speed, helps us to have a slower speed over the ground, and a better landing. Additionally, following the arrow and flying a predictable pattern helps all parachutes move in the same direction, and we give each other the space that we need to fly safely. So far, we've been looking at an example of a south landing. As the winds change, so will the position of our holding area and the direction of our pattern and landing. But all of the fundamentals stay the same. Our holding area is always upwind of our target. We use the same key altitudes, same left-hand turns, and we're always lining up with the arrow for landing. Again, different landing directions and wind speeds may require subtle adjustments to avoid obstacles or other parachutes. If you can really understand the fundamentals of picking a smart target, reading the winds, and flying a predictable pattern, it makes transferring that pattern to any other spot for any reason much easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have fun. Fly safe out there.